Father Panadura once told me, you are a child of God and God loves you no matter what you do. And when he told me this, I totally didn't believe him. It's hard to believe, right? It's like, but it's true, and I realize that now.
Before I believed camp, I disliked being scolded by my parents. I was really judgmental towards them whenever they scolded me, and as well as people surrounding me. Be it in school, be it in catechism class. I was really a person who judged a book by its cover.
I used to think that life was a death sentence. From a young age, there are many things that have happened to me that, that has really impacted me in such a bad way that, things that I thought that I could never recover from. What is so bad about these things is always knowing that, when these things happen, you can do nothing about it. It's that feeling that you're helpless.
I couldn't connect with my friends, even though they were always there for me, say, but I always felt like there was a wall between us. And even though everyone told me that God is there for you, He is always with you, He loves you, I couldn't feel His love. It's as though I just couldn't see Him, I couldn't feel Him. There was no connection.
One thing that's still engraved in my mind is the time when we first received our parents' letter. It was the first time I received my parents' letter, and I didn't know what to expect. So when I opened the letter, I immediately just started crying. The first words were, "We love you, Xavier." I never expected these words. After what I've done to them and how I've hurt them with all my deeds, or like what my bad actions towards them, I really cried my tears out, cried my eyes out, and the tears kept flowing with every word I wrote.
What I thought for me, would be a lifelong battle which would consume me, dominate me, and crush me. How God saw my problems and my issues, He saw them as something that He needed to help me fight and bounce back from.
God was there with me, and I could feel God hugging me, I think, embracing me, and I just cried. I cried for 10 minutes, maybe cried more, but it wasn't tears of sadness, it was tears of happiness that I realized God loved me.
God loves you no matter how imperfect you are, how imperfect you think you are. And that really touched me. And it really touched me because it humbled me to know that God wanted to tell me something like that. And that it brought me so much joy to know that I don't always have to be perfect. And that was something that I remembered from a long, long time to come.
It can be like the small things that He gives me in life, like just making my day like awesome, or like the big things like giving me friends that I can trust and that I can count on for life.
I enjoy cat class. It's really fun. I meet new people almost every week. Meet old friends, new friends, as well as meet new faces, such as my facil. Cat class is a great place to interact with people, but as well as receiving God's love.
In such a long time, I hadn't felt God. It just happened in one go, and it was so overwhelming. His love was just pouring over me, and I felt so happy. And afterwards, I just felt at peace, and so light and happy.
Life always works out in the end. No matter how many times you think that life sucks, there's always God who will even things out. And what I think is that no matter what, you'll always be fine. What I can take away from all these is that God's love is truly the best example on the goodness that is present, in this world. Yeah.
Whenever I feel myself becoming overwhelmed by my expectations of myself, I try to remind myself that God loves me no matter what anyway, even though you cannot meet these expectations sometimes. And when I do forget, which is scarily often, somehow God reminds me through the people around me, like professors, my community, my family, my friends, and that's really touched me, and that's how God has given love to me.
What is confirmation to you?
It's about spreading God's love.
It's about spreading God's love.
Confirmation is spreading God's love.
It's about spreading God's love.
Nothing is impossible. Impossible.